Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're now on December the 27th and we're back in the Wright & Co. law offices, so let's carry on. Last episode was really something, wasn't it? I can't believe that the killer turned out to be the boat rental shop guy. The guy kept falling asleep and was, to be honest, a little bit weird. Didn't expect him to be the one who committed the murder though. So he has of course done a runner. We're going to need to go and track him down, which really is Gumshoe's job rather than our job. So maybe we're going to look for clues as to where he could be, something like that. I don't know, or why he might have done it. But here we go, Maya. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Yeah, he mentioned something weird at the end, didn't he? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. It's got to be something to do with his dad, right? Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed... ... I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? Why is his sleeve like that? I had him swooning in the aisles, Maya. Swooning? Me? Oh yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. ... I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. Stop calling him Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Okay, we are not going to bow before our hero. Let's have a look around the office, see if there's anything new. Mia's desk. If we have more clients, I'll probably sit here more often. Lately, I've been spending more time on the couch watching TV. Yeah, nice. Gotta rest sometimes. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt too. Hate it when that happens. Maya brought in a poster of the Steel Samurai the other day. We had a big fight over whether to put it up or not. I know she's just waiting for a chance to sneak it up on the wall. We'll let her do it. She's got to have a bit of a say in the decor of the office as well, right? Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. I can see the bellboy adjusting the angle of that screwdriver in the drawer. Oh, he's still living off of that, is he? Mia's favourite plant. God, that feels like a long time ago now that we did that case. Was that the first case? No, it's the second case. Yeah, it was the second case, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, because it was the one in the hotel. The first one was the, oh god, what was his name? Saw it. That was that one, wasn't it? With all that stuff. Mia's favourite plant, his name is Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack of watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. Oh, good. It's good to see Charlie in good nick. Alright. Ha, good nick. That was entirely accidental. Okay, let's talk about today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? ... Nick? I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. That threw me off. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? Oh, I've made her cry. ... But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? ... Enough with the silent treatment. Okay, Edgeworth. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? Yeah, I mean... ... You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defence attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. This is new music. I don't think we've heard this piece before. That's why I became a defence attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Wow. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. ... It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? Let's ask about this. You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. Since when can you skip PE because you've got a little bit of a cold? That never happened when I was at school. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. It's quite funny. I didn't do it. I love that he's still got the spiky hair. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief, give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not going to play with you anymore. Yeah, no borrowing my eraser. He shouldn't be allowed in the relay race. Or on the give him back my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, did you rob the bank that other day? What? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologise, Phoenix. Ah, he's so cute. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologise. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. ... That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologise. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? Oh my god, it's Edgeworth. Oh, look at him and his little outfit with his bow tie. It was you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologise. Oh, it was his money. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honour, this boy is innocent. Oh, he was just made for that job. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, this is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Larry, just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Okay, so this is what happened between them all in school. It's quite funny. ... Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Wow. It's kind of mean to put him on the spot like that, though. With everyone ganging up on him. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. She's crying. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. I love that saying. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defence attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defence attorney, just like my father. A famous defence attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. ... It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Okay. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, did we become an attorney just for that reason, so we could meet Edgeworth again? Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defence attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defence attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. That is a very big move to meet somebody that you used to know, to take on a whole career. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. So the first case in the game, that was the reason we took that case. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. ... Okay, let's go. Alright, well, I guess we're off. So, oh my god, we can go to a lot of places. Let's just start at the detention centre, I suppose. Maybe we can speak to Edgeworth. December the 27th, detention centre, visitors room. ... You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right, yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. I think so. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defence attorney. ... Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. ... Perhaps. Okay, let's talk to him. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defence attorney, right? ... I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. Fair enough, fair enough. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defence attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. Okay. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. That's pretty weak. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defence attorneys. Okay, Von Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know in the courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, It's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Alright, well, I don't think there's anything else we can do here. So, we will head on to the next location, which I think is probably the lake, judging by the list we just saw. But we'll do that in the next one. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kubadim, Paul Diome, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, Paul James, and Zolties. And I'll see you next time.